application, Moxa LLC, doing business as Monroe, holder of a common victualler, all alcoholic beverage license at 450 Mass Ave, has applied for a change of manager to Greg Dauber.
Good afternoon. Could you please state and spell your names for the record? I'm going to get it since you like
Thank you. You're on it.
Good afternoon. Solomon Chaudhary, SOLMONCHOWDHURY. I'm the manager, owner of Moxa LLC.
And Brig, B-R-I-G, Dauber, D-A-U-B-E-R.
Thank you. And Mr. Dauber, you're the proposed new manager of record, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have extensive experience managing, is that correct?
I do.
Can you please tell the commission for the benefit of the record?
Sure. I first started out in about 2000 at Avalon and Axis on 97th Street. Started as a security guard and then worked into management within the next 3 years there. Was the general manager of record for Axis until 2007 when 97th Street was renovated to become House of Blues. Moved over and took most of the staff over to the estate, which is located at 1 Boylston Place, and was the manager of record there until 2010 when I left the estate to renovate what was Roxy into Royale, and was the general manager of record there from 2010 till 2015, New Year's Eve. I then moved to Cleveland on a whim to help my friend with an online clothing company and become a partner there. And Cleveland was not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. But it's a great learning experience. So I did that until about this past July 4th, I believe is when I moved back. And in the meantime, I'd always known Mr. Charlie and wanted to start talking with him about helping him out at his location, which was then Naga, and took it from there. So I've been there since end of July.
Of last year.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I am assuming you are well aware of the history of this establishment with the commission, correct?
I am.
And can you tell us how you propose to kind of make sure that none of the past issues arise again?
It's my understanding they, I've had what seems to be like spurts of activity where there'll be dead periods of time and then periods of time where there'll be lots of activity or nights that basically will be almost over promoted or things like that. So my intention is to really try to keep things as balanced as possible and to try to keep things between the police officers that we have on detail, the security staff, the management staff, the other managers that are there in the restaurant, to kind of keep things very balanced moving forward. There's a lot of small changes that we made immediately, and I think now that we have an opportunity of a new management to kind of get some of those bigger things done. The older management was great, but as they were there for about since opening, so everybody kind of gets into their groove, and now we can kind of make some more aggressive changes and kind of keep things in my best take on it to kind of balance it out. There obviously are busier nights and less busier nights, but to balance it out would be the main goal.
One question. I had an opportunity to go on the Monroe website, and it talks about a Friday event, and it provides a description. Crush it, smoke it, drink it, come hard on Friday with us. Could you offer a translation on what that exactly means?
It actually doesn't mean a thing, really. It's probably...
Well, it's offered as a description of Friday night.
Sure. It's most likely a promotion.
What is being promoted?
Just a dance night, sir.
Crush it, smoke it, drink it, come hard on Friday with us.
Slang, really.
I know. So what's the interpretation of that slang?
It'd be like saying go hard or party well or something of that nature. Not necessarily meaning or trying to elicit any type of negative activity. But I do understand how it does look. things like that, you know, try to keep as close to 9 as possible. There, you know, as you know, there's flyers, promote, you know, outside promotion teams, promoters, marketing people that work, you know, some with the venue, but also within their own companies throughout the city. So they are very, very hard to manage with, especially with their language. So
Is that your website?
all the flyers and stuff like that would go through the social media stuff, but it doesn't necessarily reflect anything that we put out ourselves.
So, are you telling me that you're not responsible for the marketing of the events at this venue?
Oh no, we manage them 100%. But point being is we don't necessarily write the language ourselves. Is my point.
Well, as a casual observer, it sounds to me it's promoting behavior that's crosses the line.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, do you allow smoking in the establishment?
No, we discourage smoking.
You discourage it?
Well, it's not allowed, of course.
Okay.
So are these things that you're gonna be looking into as manager and,
Of course.
I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of history in terms of, and if you look at the record in terms of police reports and police activity
Mhm.
surrounding the establishment, obviously there's a lot going on that needs to kind of be
Sure.
tightened up. As you know, you guys are gonna be in front of us, I think, is it the next agenda for disciplinary matter? Or the one after that?
I think it's the one after.
Yeah, so, you know, there's a lot in the
I
pipeline.
haven't gotten any
Yeah.
notice.
So then it'll probably be on June 7th, so you'll probably be receiving it.
Okay.
So, you know, there's this,
Absolutely. You know, I've been in that position before and intend to not work against anyone to try to make the situation and or the culture of the nightclub and the establishment better. You know, absolutely don't want to work against the board or against the city in any way, shape, or form. We understand that we need to make moves to make it a safe environment and to, you know, quell things like this.
and with regard
Absolutely,
to,
it'll be taken care of, sir.
and with regard to promoters, remember that there is no, I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're using promoters, you're
Sure.
not really transferring.
Oh, I know.
And so you're supposed to be in control all the time, even of the stuff that they put out, even if it's not on your website, even if
Right.
it's just flyers, you guys should really be on top of that. Because again, whatever happens comes back on you. And Mr. Dauber, I don't need to remind you of that with regard to the disciplinary record.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, with you know, with Facebook, Instagram, everything out, it used to be a bit of an easier battle to kind of you know, just comb over those things and manage, you know, and kind of see what people are putting out there. But there's like 15 social media outlets now, so it's almost a full-time job to do that. But we intend to kind of keep, you know, to keep an eye on everything that's being put out on a weekly basis.
So with that said, we also need the proof of citizenship that's required with the manager application. We also need the, I'm actually gonna give them back to you so that we can get these done properly. The quarry stuff needs to be signed, and then 4B needs to be
Sure. Yep, we'll take care of that.
fixed.
And it can't be handwritten.
Huh?
It can't be handwritten.
No. And then I just say we take this under advisement while the application's completed, anyways.
Okay, I agree.
Okay, so we'll take it under advisement, just finish up the application, make sure you submit it to us. Thank you.
Thank you.